Hello friends, I'm Professor Raju Thenge from Dr. Rajendra Gode College of Pharmacy, Malkapur. Today I will discuss with method of drug loading into the resealed erythrocytes. There are various methods of loading of the drug into the erythrocytes. These are first one, membrane perturbation method, second, electroencapsulation method, third, hypoosmotic lysis method, and last one is lipid fusion endocytosis method. Among these four methods, the third, hypoosmotic lysis methods, are again divided into the four types: dilution method, dialysis method, Presswell method, and osmotic lysis method. So first method is the membrane perturbation method. In this method, the erythrocytes are exposed to the certain chemical agents so that there is an increase in the permeability of the RBCs. Here in this method, amphotericin B is an antibiotic that is used to increase the permeability of the RBCs. So due to that, there is an increase in the pore formation, and thus these RBCs are placed into the drug in the osmotic solution where it is get resealed, and finally the resealed erythrocytes are washed and stored. By using this method, the antineoplastic drug, that is a donomycin, is encapsulated into the RBCs. The second method, that is electroencapsulation method. In this method, these erythrocytes are electrically break down by supplying the current, that is 2.2 kV currents for the 20 microsecond at 25 degrees Celsius. So due to that, there is a breakdown of a cell membrane of RBCs, and then these breakdown cell membrane RBCs are placed into the drug which is present into the isotonic solutions, where the drug is get loaded into the RBCs, and then these drug loaded RBCs are again placed into the isotonic solution where it is get resealed. Then resealed RBCs are washed and then stored. So these methods are generally used for the encapsulation of urease, methotrexate, and vitamin A into the erythrocytes. The third method is hypoosmotic lysis method. In that method, first one is the dilution hemolysis method. In this method, the RBCs are exposed to the 0.4% sodium chloride solution, that is the hypotonic solution. When these RBCs are placed into the hypotonic solution, it is get swelled, and due to the swelling, the membrane of the RBCs are get ruptured, and as the ruptured RBCs then again placed into the solution which consists of a drug that should be loaded inside the RBCs. Then this drug is get loaded into the RBCs, and it is incubated at 25 degrees Celsius and added into the isotonic solution where these RBCs are get resealed, the drug that may be loaded into the RBCs, and then it is finally washed and stored at the particular temperature. And these methods can be used for the entrapment of beta glucosidase enzyme, low weight drugs, asparginase, salbutamol, etc. And this method has encapsulation efficiency 1 to 8%. Then another method of hypoosmotic lysis method, that is hypotonic dialysis method. In this method, the RBCs are mixed with the phosphate buffer, then that is placed into the dialysis bag, and 25% of air may be present into that bag. Then these bags are finally placed into the 200 ml of lysis buffer into the bottle that may be rotated mechanically at 4 degrees Celsius temperature for 2 hours. Then these RBCs are loaded along with the drug, and that loaded RBCs are finally placed into the resealing buffer with the mechanical rotor for 30 minutes at 37 degrees Celsius temperature. Then there is a resealing of these RBCs. See here, this is the diagram. In that, this is the dialysis tube where the erythrocytes are present. These tubes may be placed into the bottle and it may be placed into the rotor. Here there is a mechanical energy can be provided, and in this method there is a formation of the resealed erythrocytes. So these resealed erythrocytes can be generally having the efficiency of 30 to 45% by this hypotonic dialysis method, and these methods are generally used for the encapsulation of gentamicin, interleukins, etc. The another method of hypoosmotic lysis is Presswell dilution method. In this method, the erythrocytes are exposed to the hypotonic solution, that is 0.6% NaCl solution. Then when these RBCs are placed into the hypotonic solution, that RBCs are get swelled and there is an increase in the permeability, and then these RBCs are placed into the drug solution and at 0 degree Celsius temperature for the 5 minutes, where the drugs may be permeate into the RBCs and it get loaded. Then these loaded RBCs are again incubated at the 25 degree Celsius temperature and placed into the resealing buffer, where these swelled RBCs are again resealed to form a drug loaded RBCs. Then it is get washed and stored at the particular temperature. The efficiency of this method is very high, that is 72%. So among the various methods, this method have the good efficiency of loading, and also this method was useful for the entrapment of drug into the RBC, that is the drugs examples are propranolol, metronidazole, isoniazid, etc. The another method of isoosmotic lysis is isotonic osmotic lysis method. In this method, the RBCs are exposed to the certain chemicals such as urea, polyethylene, polypropylene, ammonium chloride, or physical rupturing. Then due to that, there is a breakdown of this cell membrane. Then these RBCs are placed into the drug solution, which is a isotonic solution. Then these drugs are loaded into the RBCs, and these loaded RBCs are again placed into the resealing buffer, that is the isotonic solution, and it is incubated at 25 degrees Celsius temperature. Then the RBCs are get resealed, and then these RBCs are washed and stored at the particular temperature. This method was used for the entrapment of inositol hexaphosphate into the erythrocytes. This is the last method of loading of drug into the RBCs. In this method, these RBCs along with the drug suspension may be added containing the ATPs, magnesium chloride, calcium chloride at 25 degrees Celsius temperature, where these drugs are get loaded inside the RBCs. Then these drug loaded RBCs are again placed into the resealing buffer, and it should be incubated at 37 degrees Celsius temperature, where these RBCs are resealed and then washed and stored at particular temperature. So this type of methods can be generally used for the entrapment of hydrocortisone, vinblastine into the erythrocytes. So this easily diagrammatic presentation of this method is given here. See, this is the erythrocytes where it may be added into the buffer solution. So there is a formation of the hole-like structure where this is the drug. This drug may be engulfed. Endocytosis, it is the engulfing of the drug inside the RBCs, and this drug may be engulfed or the loaded, and finally this is the drug loaded erythrocytes. Thus these are the various methods of loading of the drug into the erythrocytes. Thank you. If you like this video, please subscribe, like and comment on my YouTube channel. Thank you.